Well, you have a song on the album which is a collab with Billy Corgan, which is not something I would have ever expected to see back in the Code Orange Kids days. Working with Billy Corgan. How did that happen, and what was that like?
Well, again, that's another thread that I feel like even our band adventures that lean more, you know, alternative for sure and different. And, you actually hear a lot of elements of that on this record in like a much more fully formed way.
Mm-hmm.
For people who haven't heard it, like there's elements of that. But, we were definitely influenced by the Pumpkins and that band, especially on our LP. And some of the code rock stuff has definitely been, definitely been influenced by the Pumpkins. I love especially the first many Pumpkins records, even Machina, and like I Adore, of course, and of course the classic Siamese Dream, whatever. But so it was just kind of one of those things where it was a be crazy not to situation. It's like it was presented. We had a mutual person. Me and him started talking, texting, had a good connection, got on the phone. And I was just like, dude, like if you can't learn from somebody like that, you're not a smart person.
Yeah, he's a brilliant guy. Whether you like the band or not, he's brilliant.
And he's done amazing things. And to me, it's like every generation is pretty much really influenced by, the 20, 30-year mark before them, right? Yeah. So to me, like the legends of rock are those guys. And there's not a lot of them left. There's obviously a Trent Reznor, and there's a Billy Corgan, and there's, but there's not a lot. And to be able to work with Billy, who's just like, to me, a living legend, truly, sure. And is still doing amazing stuff of all different ilks. We talk about, me and him, I'm obviously been big involved with like wrestling stuff for my whole life. He runs a revival of the NWA. So we connected on that level. And it was just, again, it's like, if you can't fucking pick some shit up from him, when you work with people, you don't got to do exactly what they do.
Right.
But he was able to implement so much knowledge. We didn't work that extensively, being like honest, but we were able to talk, text, become friends, and then get in there for like a couple of days and just fuck around.
That's a while.
That's a while for sure. And this shows how much a hard worker he is. We went down to Nashville to meet him because he was doing a session with a country group that would end at like 10 p.m. We would get in there with him at 10 p.m. and work till like 2 a.m. and then come back every night. So he's a grinder. I'm a grinder. We're very similar in many ways. So it was easy. It was amazing.
So is it, a lot of times with things like that, the song is done and it's like, okay, Billy, here's your, 16 bars to do your thing. Was it like that? Or you came in there with something halfway done, or?
We had the song, we had the bridge. There was an idea for the bridge. He started humming and doing his thing over the bridge, and I had some lyrics that I was kind of implementing. And then he did that part. And to me, it was so perfect because it almost has this level of like sarcasm to it. It's like, it's like on one side, this whole, the spread your wings thing is like a call to action for your soul. But on the other side, it's like what I feel like almost being challenged by the outside world of like, do it then, do it.
Like, okay, buddy, spread your wings.
Let's go. Exactly. So I loved that. And I was like, it just hit me in that moment. I was like, this is perfect. And then I was like, okay, well, how do we build around this to almost make this a moment where it's like the lights go dark and you get this like almost play-esque light on him and put him in this almost like cinematic big moment. Because to me, again, being a big wrestling guy, being a big movies guy, it's like, I want a Billy Corgan feature to be a star moment.
Sure.
It's like build the world around him. So it's like he comes in and you're like, the show stops, not just have him sing a fucking part. Like he's not on the chorus or anything. It's a moment. It's almost like he plays a role, especially when you hear the album. I feel like it feels to me like he plays a role in the arc of the album. And, so I'm still over the moon about it. And it's awesome.
Well, I obviously can't talk about working with him, but the few times that I have been able to be around people who are like truly great at what they do and work with them in some way, you have that moment almost instantly where you're like, oh, that's why this person is a fucking legend.
Oh, 100%. And 100%. And also something that was beautiful for us because it's been a very hard couple of years for us. There's been many ups and downs, and we had our album come the day COVID started, whatever, blah, 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 not bitching.
Oh, that's
but,
right.
we put a lot of effort into that. And pretty much the day it came out was the day that shit started. So we lost that. So it's been hard, but just that he was able to verbalize to us also what he felt was really special about what we were doing and about the different people in the band and what they bring to the table and how unique that was. And that was just such a morale boost because it was like, all right, we might not be running hot right now, you know, but he believes it and he sees it without me saying it. He didn't even know our other records. The only stuff he had heard, he told me at the time he never listened to anything we did. He only heard all the demos that I sent him.
Oh, well,
and
that's
I sent him a bunch of demos from this. And it's beautiful because he had no context for the band. And he was like, bro, he just told me, he's like, swing. He's like, you got something, you got to swing. And it just gave me the confidence to do what we did on this record, which is swing.